CDC warns public to prepare for zombie apocalypse. Are you prepared for the impending zombie invasion? That's the question posed by the Centers of Disease Control Prevention in a Monday blog posting gruesomely titled Preparedness 101 Zombie Apocalypse. And while it's no joke, CDC officials say it's all about emergency preparation. There are all kinds of emergencies out there that we can prepare for, the posting reads. Take a zombie apocalypse, for example. That's right, I said it, zombie apocalypse. You may laugh now, but when it happens, you'll be happy you read this. And hey, maybe you'll even learn a thing or two about how to prepare for a real emergency. Now, what the hell are they setting us up for? And you know they're behind it, if they're selling it. You know they want us dead for the people who are awake, and for the people who are still asleep who see this, there is no help for you. Okay? There's no help for anyone. They have all our heads spinning. And if you're awake, you would know they're not going to stop putting fake stuff out there. They're not going to stop putting real stuff out there. They're not going to stop warning us because they have to warn us. Okay? That's the rule of the world. All evil has to be forewarned. You have to be foretold before they kill you, and how they're going to kill you. Doesn't mean they can't spin your head in a million different ways how you're going to be killed this year or next year. Okay? Now, the people who aren't awake, they're just going to be laughing at this. But people who know better, well, we're trying to figure it out. What the hell are they up to now? Anything is possible with these people. Any freaking thing is possible with these people. First of all, you should have an emergency kit in your house. The posting continues. This includes things like water, food, and other supplies to get you through the first couple of days before you can locate a zombie-free refugee camp. This is from the CDC. Or in the event of a natural disaster. It will buy you some time until you are able to make your way to evacuation shelter or FEMA camp, or utility lines are restored. Other items to be stashed in such a kit include medications, duct tape, a battery-powered radio, clothes, copies of important documents, and first aid supplies. Once you've made your emergency kit, you should sit down with your family and come with an emergency plan. The posting continues. This includes where you would go and where you would go and who you would call if zombies started appearing outside your doorstep. You can also implement this plan if there is a flood, earthquake, or an emergency. It's going to be all the above. The idea behind the campaign stemmed from the concerns of radiation fears following the earthquake and tsunami that rocked Japan in March. CDC spokesman Dave told at FoxNews.com that someone had asked CDC officials if zombies would be a concern due to the radiation fears in Japan and traffic spike following that mention. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek campaign, he said on Wednesday. We were talking about hurricane preparedness, and someone bemoaned that we kept putting out the same messages. While metrics for the post are not yet available, Daigle said it has become the most popular CDC blog entry in just 2 days. People are so tuned into zombies, he said, people are really dialed in on zombies. The idea is we're reaching an audience or a segment we'd never reached with typical messages. Okay, believe what you will. But they're up to something, and they're putting a little hook out there, and if you're going to bite it, they'll keep going with it. I don't know. You tell me. Here's a clip from the Channel 7 News, I believe, about the zombie apocalypse.
Better safe than sorry. That's what the Centers for Disease Control has to say about being prepared for a zombie apocalypse. A quirky blog posted by the CDC this week has captivated other bloggers and tweeters who think there may be more to the recent tongue-in-cheek campaign than meets the eye. It started with a simple blog post on the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention website filed under Public Health Matters. The title, Preparedness 101, Zombie Apocalypse. Yes, here was the same government agency that issues guidance on serious topics like bioterrorism and salmonella, offering tips on preparing for a zombie attack.
Zombie as in the dead people coming alive?
Exactly.
No, No, I'm not prepared for that.
The goal of the tongue-in-cheek blog: draw attention to disaster preparedness. Do Americans have the basics in the event of a terror attack, an earthquake, or a hurricane, or zombies?
We keep bottled water in the house, right? Canned goods, batteries, I don't know, what else do you need in an emergency?
So a zombie apocalypse or disaster emergency kit should include water, food and medication, first aid supplies, important documents, and a change of clothes, blankets, among other things. Behind the blog post is Dr. Ali Khan, a CDC official, an assistant surgeon general, a rear admiral, and, as he says, a fan of the zombie flick, Resident Evil. The plan was to pick up some buzz on Facebook and Twitter, which, looking at trending topics, it has.
If they're killing people through zombies, that wouldn't necessarily appeal to perhaps older people, but the younger generations might know more what they mean.
While the CDC is pretty sure that zombie emergencies are just the stuff of Hollywood fiction, some think there is more to the awareness campaign than meets the eye.
Of course there's more. Why would you put out a fake story or a tongue-in-cheek story? And you don't even warn the people that it's tongue-in-cheek, I don't get it. To raise awareness of other BS, what are they doing? Seriously, what the hell are they doing? They're never up to any good.
Story out front tonight: drugs known as bath salts being blamed for a gruesome scene in Miami. This is a naked man. He was shot dead on Saturday by police because he was gnawing off another man's face. Obviously, that sounds horrific, and it is. I want to warn you that the pictures we're about to show you are very disturbing. 31-year-old Rudy Eugene was described to be in a zombie-like state when he was caught by police. Armando Aguilar, president of the Miami Fraternal Order of Police, suspects Eugene was under the influence of so-called bath salts, which are sold as cocaine substitutes or synthetic LSD. When he was found, what he had done to this man's face, victim was 65 years old, truly horrific. Apparently all that's left is his goatee. His eyeballs were gone, his face. It is unbelievable. Dr. Charles Sophie is a psychiatrist at the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, and he's out front now. Dr. Sophie, have you ever heard of anything like this? I mean, it's awful to even talk about some of the things I just said that this man did to his victim's face.
Absolutely. There are many reactions that your brain can have when you're putting in a substance such as this. These are very cocaine-like substances that will have a very aggressive reaction within your brain, and the behavior that comes out of that could be anything from aggression to ripping off basically someone's face. Severe reactions, and they're not able to be tested, these drugs. So we're putting in substances into our face, into our bodies, that we don't know what is going to happen when we do that.
So when we use the name bath salts, which I guess is the street name, you said a little bit cocaine-like. I mean, what would be in it? I mean, does it vary every single concoction, or what's really in quote-unquote bath salts?
Well, that's a really great question, because the bottom line is these are not substances that have been properly studied, and so we don't really know what's in them. We just see the kinds of reactions and can kind of guess what chemicals in the brain they're reacting with, and then hence the behavior. So that's why the studies need to be done, and then we can make the testing that needs to be in place to be able to see if people have taken these or not when they're behaving this way, because right now we could do a test and not even know if they've taken them.
And my understanding is that the Eugene had been at some sort of a music festival. The police there had said that these bath salts were sort of something people were doing. Is this something that's...
Another zombie outbreak reported in Visayas. A government employee from a local health unit in Visayas told the Philippine Online Chronicles that a possible zombie outbreak was reported in one of the provinces in the region. Requesting anonymity, our source said that the local government issued a news blackout with regard to reports of dead people reanimating in several villages in the said provinces. 3 children who died Saturday night because of an unknown illness suddenly stood up at around 12 midnight of April 1st and attacked their grieving families. Our sources said. She added that she even saw photos of the bite marks allegedly made by the dead children. Are we in zombie land now? Are we on planet Zag? Police investigate after naked man shot with stun gun dies. A woman was rushed to a hospital on April 1st after being bitten by a suspected zombie. The woman, who requested her name be kept confidential, told the Philippine online call that she's been walking home alone after her shift at a call center along Shaw Boulevard when she was approached by a crazy-looking man. She described the man to be about 5'11", wearing a dark blue t-shirt with stains along the hem, moaning, pants and white rubber shoes. She added that he did not talk but made gargling noises. At first I thought he was going to take my bag, the woman said in Filipino, and then I thought he was an addict. She said that she wasn't too far away from her office building and started screaming for help when he approached her. Okay, we got plenty of stuff here. I mean, you could keep going on and on. There's plenty of news links of this happening around the world. Okay, and something's definitely going on. Here's another video that I found this morning. Take a listen.
Hello again, human beings from the planet Earth. By now you've probably all heard about the zombie apocalypse starting in Miami, the guy chewing on another guy's face, they're both naked, and all that. And me myself, I've been wondering, what the hell is going on? Is this media hype, more bullshit, distraction, or otherwise? And I was really looking at it like just a bunch of foolishness, without really finding a reason for the story, but just kind of thinking that it's bullshit. I'm rethinking that after I got a Skype conversation earlier today. I want to read this to you. It says, "Hi brother, thought you may want to know the virus that was this virus was developed in Miami Institute and VTech. It has somehow got out and is mutating rapidly. They do not have a vaccine at this time, but studies show those with type O blood are not infected. This is airborne now. Still researching. We'll update when you can." The link that I was given was to National Geographic from 2010. So that tells me, you know, National Geographic wasn't picking up on the media hype of the day. But I haven't had time to go through all these links and all this research that this person has done. So I'm going to put this in a document. The link to the document that you can download will be below. I've just been so out straight. But when I saw CNN blaming the zombie apocalypse in Miami deal on bath salts, I just said, I've got to get this stuff out there. Hopefully some of you can take time to do research the links. I will do more later. There is contact information. Oh, this person used to do research with Ted Gunderson before he passed away. Talking about April, and the email or Skype, as you can see here, every knee will bow. That's the Skype account. It's okay to contact, okay to research, you know, ask questions, but I can't let this go any farther. There's something to this, evidently, and we need to be on the lookout for this. The article, I'll just tell you, I did scan through National Geographic quickly, and that was relating to the zombie apocalypse being started through the spread of a rabies vaccine. I'm really concerned because there was this onslaught in Texas where they were dropping all this rabies vaccine just recently. I can't say that they tie together. I hope to hell it doesn't, but it's something worth researching. So anyway, I'm going to get off here, stop running my mouth. All this information that I just flashed through, all these links and descriptions will be pasted onto a document, and the link to download that document for free through MediaFire will be below. Much love, stay safe, please share this information, and if anybody does have more time than I do, research this, connect the dots, give us a report. Much love, see you soon.
Well, there you have it. Government-sponsored zombie attack. Now, you tell me. The Illuminati, the New World Order, call them what you will, you know they want not only the United States dead, but the 80% of the population of this planet they want dead. The biowarfare, the chemicals, it's all been for us. It's all been for the population of the world. They've been doing it for years. Who knows? Maybe they came up with something. Maybe they came up with to turn people into zombies. Who knows? Maybe it's just another scare tactic. Maybe it's another something to make our heads spin so they don't know, we don't see where our death is coming from and what angle they're going to do it. I don't know. You tell me. But be on the lookout for zombies and stay away from them and don't get bit.